congratulate him as we turn our attention next then to the Crosscar final, where Ronald Baldins is the man on pole position. With him at the front of the grid is Oscar Andersson. The second row is Jānis Baumanis. Not that one, but it is the Reinis Nitis who is alongside. Then on the third row, Martin Juga, and alongside him it is Patrick Hallberg. Championship being led by Thomas Merstadt. Well, he is not on this grid. He didn't qualify. Patrick Hallberg is second in the championship, and he's on the back row of the grid. Oscar Andersson on the front row is third in the championship, and the championship thus far celebrating 4 different winners in 4 races. Ronald Baldins might make it 5 from 5 as we are set to go racing. The lights will go green to get the Crosscar final underway. Really good start by Baumanis for the second row, but the best of anybody is Oscar Andersson on the outside line. Hallberg is gaining places. He's up to third already around the outside. Can he hang on to it? Yeah, he can. Elbows out, swats aside by Manis. Well, Ronald Baldins did not make the best of starts there, even though he had the inside line. He's got mugged, hasn't he, by Oscar Andersson.
Reinis Nitis in the background, look to the inside of Baumanis into the tight left-hander. We'll call it turn 4 for now, shall we? I know that's up for debate. Juga didn't make a great start yet again, didn't he? But Oscar Andersson absolutely nailed it off the line, visibly pulling a gap of a few car lengths now as they go down to the hairpin after the jump for the first time of asking who's going to be first to mix up the strategy and head into the Joker.
It is going to be from third place there, you see, as the leaders come up towards the end of the lap. And if anything, Ronald Baldins is definitely coming back at Oscar Andersson now as the cars head towards the left that brings them back onto the main straight, absolutely as one. Andersson can't shake off Baldins. Patrick Hallberg then, second in the championship, was the one that jokered. And now let's see he build that race from the very back as others go for the Joker lap. And of course, as Andersson and Baldins are battling like this, they're delaying each other. Andersson goes wide up the inside line. Here comes Baldins off the road and back on again. It's Baumanis and through into the race lead goes Ronald Baldins. Great move that.
He got well up the inside, didn't he, and wasn't relenting. Made sure he braked late enough to so that Andersson knew that he was going to stay there. Little touch on the brakes just as they get up to the jump. I love seeing that drone shot. You can really see what the driver's up to on the pedals. Andersson now all over the back of Baldins. Nitis changed his mind there. He was going to go into the Joker. Baumanis went ahead. Nitis ducked back onto the main lap. Made that decision much earlier than Lucas Andersson had in the junior Crosscar final. Didn't end up in the wall on the outside. But while Baldins, had the pace over Andersson last time around, Andersson's now coming back at the Latvian driver.
Sometimes it's easier to chase than be chased, isn't it? So Baldins leads, Andersson is second, Nitis now is third, Juga is fourth, Patrick Hallberg, who has jokered, has done the best lap of the race, and he is in 5th place, and he's absolutely storming along. He's 3.7 seconds off the race leaders, a little bit more time to be found, and you never know where he might be come the end. Hallberg is piecing together a really good drive now. Clear road ahead of him, as here are the leaders. It's just about 4 for the lead as well. Baldins, Andersson, Nitis and Juga all in a line. There, Hallberg ahead of Baumanis. He's jumped ahead of him on the Joker as well. We're on lap 3. Another one peels off. I think it's Oscar Andersson this time as Ronald Baldins hangs on to the advantage. So here comes Hallberg. Look, he's going to get ahead of Andersson surely for 4th place now.
Andersson made such a good start. The teammates go side by side on the exit of the Joker lap. Hallberg tries hanging it around the outside. He's going to get it done. That's number 1 of the 4 ahead. He's trying to tick off. Hallberg tied for the championship last year, just missed out on the results count back. Nitis running in second. I don't know if this is going to be enough, you know, because the guys behind are going so quick. They really need to pick the pace up over the last couple of laps up front.
And Hallberg now, again, look, clear road ahead of him. Now, Nitis did the fastest lap last time. Hallberg is 3.6 seconds off the lead. If he can find another 3-4 tenths, he's going to jump ahead on the Joker, potentially. Out of the hairpin they come. Lap 4, 1 to go at the end of this. Baldins is holding up Nitis now, and Nitis goes for the Joker. So does Juga. They are together. Ronald Baldins leads the way, but here comes Hallberg up the inside. He's on standard lap. On the Joker lap is Nitis. It's going to be close, close, close when he feeds his way back onto the circuit. Now he's going to jump ahead of Hallberg. Juga up the inside line as well. Down towards turn 1. Reinis Nitis then is second. He's done that nicely. Reinis Nitis has jokered and keeps ahead of Hallberg. Where out of all of this is Ronald Baldins going to be at the end of the lap?
Nitis absolutely delivered when he needed to in that lap before going into the Joker. Cars run wide in the background. Juga's all over the back of Patrick Hallberg. Nitis, though, can he deliver another of those quick laps to close on the back of Baldins? Will we see a Latvian 1-2 come the end of this final tour?
He was 3.2 seconds back last time, and between 3 and 3.3 is the delta. He might have done enough. So Ronald Baldins goes for that joker lap. Here comes Reinis Nittis up the inside. Ronald Baldins has been so good across the day, but I reckon he might just lose out of the last corner. Here they come. He's on the joker lap, on the standard lap, and ahead of him is Reinis Nittis, who is going to win the Crosscar final. What a drive. Reinis Nittis it is that wins by 7/10 of a second from Ronald Baldins. Patrick Hallberg third, from Martin Juger in fourth. Yannis Bauman is fifth, and Oscar Andersson sixth. But Reinis Nittis delivered in style, didn't he? What a drive. His last lap was 1,000th of a second slower than the absolute best of the race, so he was consistent, that's for sure. He stops in front of the fans, and Reinis Nittis wins the Crosscar final. What a drive.
Yes, absolutely. What a drive. He's had a tough day, hasn't he, Reinis? Was really hard on himself after Q3. Absolutely delivered there, didn't he? I think, as we saw in the Open two-wheel drive final, that cluster on the exit of the first corner meant that the undercut wasn't possible for Hallberg, and ultimately I think that helped Reinis out. But he loves his rallycross. He doesn't need to be competing this weekend. He does it because he absolutely loves it. Look how much it means to him.
And the fans love him as well. What a reception. He stops in front of them then on the main straight, the home straight, out of the car, celebrates, and they respond. Well, it didn't look like a mega start from him, but he did gain ground as the cars accelerated out of the chicane. But look, you know, he was at the back of the pack.
He actually lost out badly off the line, didn't he?
I'm trying to work out whether that was a plan to keep out of trouble or whether he just got mugged.
No, I think he just got mugged. He'll need to work harder on his starts for Sunday. And tomorrow, of course, he's racing in the Latvian-Lithuanian Championship tomorrow as well. Had a look to the inside of Baumanis, into the left-hander there, lost out a little bit. And at this stage, he's fighting for sixth. Juger's having a look up the inside. That's where his battle was. Up front, almost forget that Oscar Andersson led early on. Such was the drama during the race. This is Baldins having a look up the inside. Such a good exit. Baumanis running wide onto the grass. This is that move again. Baldins swerved to avoid any contact, still got it done. Picks up the throttle. Look at the nose of the Crosscar rise into that very long left-hander. This is what I was talking about by the bun fight at the end. Hallberg had no option but to go for the undercut. Well, he couldn't go for the undercut on Nittis, had to go for the outside. I think, had Juger not been there, I think Hallberg might have got Nittis done there, but you've got to take the victories when they come, haven't you? And absolutely, that helped Reinis out massively. Baldins just couldn't get it done on the final lap. Nittis was so quick and so consistent. He won his European Rallycross title here, his second European Rallycross title here in 2018. That was an emotional day. I'm sure it won't be quite the same, but I'm adamant that he will be absolutely delighted with that result.
Well, we might hear from him in a moment. Molly is poised, but Reinis Nittis has to get out of the car. First of all, it's not very gentlemanly of him, Molly, to keep you waiting like this, I don't feel.
No, I completely agree. But it is one happy Reinis Nittis, who is about to, or perhaps he's going to stay sitting. He's probably pretty tired right now. Reinis, you really brought the magic when it mattered the most. How much does this win mean to you?
I mean, one word, unreal. After that bad start in the final, when I was P6 from the second row, I thought, you know, I ran it down in Q1 and Q2, and now I did it again. But after that, I thought, okay, it's time to fix the problem, and I have to solve the mistake. So yeah, maximum attack, and that was limit. That was limit, and you know, my mechanic, he was a spotter for me, first time ever in his life, and he did so amazing job. He was controlling all around the track and telling everything. So one beer for mechanics and for myself in the evening.
You really love this, don't you?
Yeah, and fans and everything, home track, and you know, Latvians on top in the buggies. So this gives motivation to live. Thank you.
So Reinis Nittis it is that takes the win, and well, that answers one question. It was his bad start, but it was also his win. These are the results. Reinis Nittis wins the Crosscar final from Ronald Baldins, and then third, Patrick Hallberg. Martin Juger, fourth, Yannis Baumanis, fifth, Oscar Andersson, finishing in sixth, having also been fined €500 after the semi-final when he was found not to be wearing FIA-compliant underwear. So that's €500 less for the bar tonight. Riga won't be able to be in profit as a team.